If you're considering moving to Las Vegas here in Nevada and you haven't checked out Southern Highlands yet, let me take you on a tour. I'll show you all of the highlights, and at the end of this video you'll understand why this oasis in the middle of the desert could work for you and your move here. Southern Highlands is located in the southwest, the very southwest of the Las Vegas area. It's really close to the strip. You've already got probably a 15-minute drive at the most to the strip. Same to the airport, which I know is important to a lot of people, especially the airport. A lot of you want to move here because of the ease of travel, ease of flying, as we hear an airplane flying over us now. That just shows how close we are to the airport. Also, to get to California, you can reach the Californian border around about Prim in about 30 minutes from Southern Highlands. So those of you maybe moving from California, it's going to be an easy drive to see family and friends back home in California. Or if you're like me and you just go there to do the lottery tickets, then it's not going to be too far from here as well. One of the other things I really love about the Southern Highlands area is they do a lot of events, and recently, just yesterday, was the fall event, and that all the money raised, all the proceeds raised from that went to the Down Syndrome Society of Southern Nevada, and they do a lot of events like that throughout the year. You can check it all out online, and basically the Olympia Foundation, the Olympia Company's foundation, charitable foundation, they raise so much money for the local Las Vegas charities, whether that's for children, whether that's for women, whatever it is. They've raised over $25 million over the last few years, and that's by no stretch of the imagination a small amount that's been given to charity. And living in a community that has community events that helps these types of charities, for me, and the way my heart is for wanting to help charities, that definitely speaks volumes to me. But we're going to go and tour the rest of the community and explain why there's also so many other great reasons to live in this area. Okay guys, this is just your average Southern Highlands community. You can see the home styles. There's a mixture of 1-story and 2-story. It is a HOA community, so there will be HOA fees involved, just depending on whereabout within Southern Highlands you are. But I always say, when you're in a HOA community, you can sort of feel the difference in a good way. Everything feels clean and well upkept, and that's what you want in a premier community. There's a mixture of not gated, guard gated, double gated, and just normal gated, so you'll have different types of styles as well, which is always good. Just a reminder as well, if you haven't already, then like the video please, and do subscribe and tap on the notifications for my channel. At the time of filming this, it's coming up to Halloween, so it's always cool seeing some of the Halloween decorations out, and some of the communities have really competitive competitions on it as well. But definitely let me know what you think of these homes in Southern Highlands. The homes prices as well, for anyone curious, at the time of filming, it ranges from about the $500 up to the multi-million-dollar mansions. So just depending on what you're looking for, what your budget is, I'm sure you can find a home here in Southern Highlands. One of the things I adore about Southern Highlands is the parks. There's actually 7 amazing parks within the Southern Highlands community. I mean, 7 parks within the one community, and they are all so different as well. They all have some characteristics that are the same, but then they are a little bit different. But having that amount of parks on your doorstep, it's not something I actually associated with Vegas when I first moved here, is that amount of parks, that amount of green space to go and enjoy. It's, one of the things we enjoy as a family is going to enjoy those parks. Where we are now is Olympia Sports Park, and there's a couple of different soccer fields, there's some basketball courts, there's a couple of great children's sort of play areas that are covered and shaded, which is really good. There's a water feature as well, which is also great, a splash pad for the kids to enjoy. It turned off at this time of year because it does get a little bit cold. And then all of the other parks will have something different as well. So you'll have different sports fields, different children's play, sort of covered play areas, different splash pads maybe as well. There's 2 dog parks within the community, which is amazing. We're such a dog-friendly city, so 2 dog parks within the community. Plenty of walking and biking trails as well. There's the Paseos walking trails, which sort of intertwines throughout the community, which is a great trail to walk on. There's also Southern Highlands Golf Course, which is a really fantastic golf course, really well looked after, well manicured greens and fairways. And if you get the chance, then definitely go and play on that. Next to the golf course as well, there's the private spa, which is a great spa to go and check out. I actually haven't been to the spa myself, but just looking at the great reviews on it, I definitely can see it would be worth going. So if you get a chance when you do move here, then go and check those out and let me know. Or if you live in the Southern Highlands community and you've checked it out already, let me know if it is as good as the reputation it's got. But all of this great outdoor stuff to enjoy, I think it's definitely another great reason to consider moving to Southern Highlands. One of the things I get all the time from those of you who do reach out to me is, Peter, we want to live in a community where we don't have to go too far for local amenities, too far for the grocery store, too far for some restaurants, too far from banking and just local stores in general. And some of Vegas is quite spread out, and some of those, those little amenities are quite hard to get to and maybe a bit of a drive. Living in Southern Highlands though, you're going to have access to this Southern Highlands marketplace where we are today. It's a great little precinct of little stores. There's a Smith's grocery store behind me, there's a Baskin Robbins, there's a McDonald's, there's a great Korean barbecue, there's a hardware store, there's a pet supply store as well called Bon Appetit, which I think is a great name. As I said, it's got a great selection of stores. I'm getting wafts of different food as I'm shooting this now actually, which is making me hungry. There's also Fire Station Plaza as well, which is also part of Southern Highlands, and that's got another few little eateries there as well. There's quite a few little medical facilities. As I said, there's an urgent care behind me as well. And talking of medical facilities, the nearest hospital to Southern Highlands is only going to be about a 5 to 10 minute drive, and that's going to be a campus of St. Rose Dominican. I know that's also important for some of you wanting to reach out. You want to be not too far from a hospital should you ever need it. If you've heard my story before, when I had kidney stones, I lived across the street from a hospital, and I'm certainly thankful I did at that time because that was a ridiculous amount of pain to be in. But yeah, all of that in all, I think that's some of the another great reason, sorry, should I say, to maybe call Southern Highlands home. Anyone moving to the area here in Southern Highlands with a young family or school-aged children, you're definitely gonna love this area. All of the schools in this area are really highly zoned. Clark County School District does get a really bad reputation, but it is the 5th largest in the country. But some of the schools within that district are actually really highly ranked. Behind me we have Evelyn Stuckley Elementary School. That's actually got an 8 out of 10 rating on greatschools.org. The middle school you're going to be zoned for is Tarkanian Middle School. Again, another really highly rated school. And then the high school that you're going to be rated for in terms of public is going to be Desert Oasis High School, which is again another great school within the Las Vegas Valley. Those are going to be your public ones that you're going to be zoned for. And there's another couple of elementary schools as well. Frias Elementary is also a really highly rated elementary school that sort of falls under the Southern Highlands area as well. So you got some great options. Also, there's some great private schools within the valley, and again, those you don't need to be zoned for, that you can travel wherever. So definitely look into that more. Some really good charter schools, Coral and Doral and Somerset Academy are a few of the good ones that are within the Las Vegas area. And then I always say as well, there's a really good homeschooling community in Vegas. So whatever way you want to go, whether that's public, private, charter, homeschooling, you're definitely going to find some great options. And if you're looking at being zoned and what you're going to be zoned for, Southern Highlands is definitely going to give you some options. But if you want more information on any of that, any of the schooling, if that's going to be a big factor for you and you want to help, finding the right areas for the right schools, then do reach out on my details down below, and I'd love to give you a hand on that as well. And that's it, guys. That's a tour of the Southern Highlands community. Thank you for joining me on it. Hopefully it's helped. Hopefully it's added another option to your areas that you might consider moving to here. If you have liked this video, then please go ahead and like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and tap that bell for notifications so you'll stay informed, and it definitely helps my channel grow. So thank you so much for all of the support. Just as a reminder, if you haven't already, please do reach out if you are considering moving to the Las Vegas area. I would love to help you, love to make it an easy, stress-free move for you. I'm about to go and tackle this trail behind me in the mountains, so if you don't see me on the next video, you know where I'm stuck, so come and get me. But if I do make it back in time, I'll see you in Southern Highlands soon. Take care, guys.